Hi, I'm Rebecca Brand, and I have my new robotic mopping vacuum. It's a Lefant M3. This is the state-of-the-art in the year 2025. It's revolutionary in its design. It has a small footprint. It doesn't take up your whole living room and a whole lot of space, with the ultimate in power and mopping ability. And the tank for the water is right in it. It's got so many great features. Let me show you. Today's recipe for mess is going to be a big one to test out my Lefant M3. I have some sprinkles because life is just a party. I have some pretzels. The mess has already started. Yum for snacking. Oh, and kids just make snack messes all the time, don't they? Well, let's just start this party and this mess. And then some of us like to snack on cereal. We have corn pops today, which I love, but they go all over the place. And somebody's having a sprinkle party. I think there must have been a birthday in the house. And as in every house, somehow the messes defy gravity and end up underneath tables and couches and everything else. There must be wind systems inside of houses that account for all that. And as much as those are edible messes, there's also the messes of the hair that you have in the house, whether it's from a pet or yourself. My hair is long and gets everywhere. It falls out of my head, it falls out of my brushes, and it goes everywhere. Now I know, and fur balls, dust bunnies, and human hair definitely has its own weather system to fly around and get everywhere where it's hard for you to reach. And in the past, I'd have to cut all that hair off any vacuum I used, whether it was a robot vacuum, a handheld vacuum, an upright vacuum. Hair would always tangle in the device. Well, the Lefant M3 has an anti-tangle technology. Check this out. Well, let's get this cleanup show on the road. Go ahead, Lefant M3. Do your thing.
I'm using the app on my Lefant M3 to choose my cleaning settings.
I had already pre-mapped this room. More about that later in the video.
I'm choosing the super powerful suction, and I'm choosing 10 minutes. It's quick and easy, and I'm in business. It's go time. I press the play button, which starts the cleaning. And in the background, you can hear the machine, and out of home base it goes.
Now, this is a hardwood floor that has a lot of grooves in it. I need that downward pressure of the Lefant M3 to clean any particles of dirt that's even in the grooves of my hardwood floor. And I have a stairway in my living room. It has an anti-fall. With its technology, it can see where there's a drop-off, so it's not going to fall downstairs and damage itself. It moves out of the way when it notices there's a drop-off. And when it goes from the hard surface onto a carpet, it can hop over large thresholds. And once it's on the carpet, it has an auto lift feature. And that's going to lift the mops 9 millimeters so that the mops aren't going to drag wet water or dirty water onto your carpets. And in its great pattern, it will go down the carpet again, and the pads will drop to the floor for more scrubbing in its cleaning routine. Watch it as it continues to get the hair and all those sprinkles, and watch it as it vacuums up all the cereal on the floor. The side whisking brushes will bring the debris right into the center of the machine. It has exceptional suction power. It has 12,000 PA hyper suction power. Let me explain what a PA is. It's a Pascal unit. It measures atmospheric pressure. 1 Pascal is enough to get one little particle of dust sucked up.
12,000 PA
Hypersuction is enough suction power to suck up 2 AA batteries. That's the suction power that's in the Lefant M3. So picking out crumbs on the floor is no problem. It's able to get all of the things I scattered on my floor and carpet effortlessly. So no matter what the surface, whether it's hard floors with cereal all over them or on top of the carpet, for pet hairs, human hairs, that 12,000 PA hypersuction quickly brings it into the center of the machine and off your floor. And what I think is fascinating is I can watch it on the app to see it's cleaning. I often will do this from another room in my house just out of curiosity. And it is a multitask mess cleaner, cleaning underneath furniture, has always been a nightmare. My coffee table is so heavy. It's got to be 70 pounds. To move this coffee table to clean underneath it in the past with the old-fashioned vacuums was something I barely did. So a lot of messes would just be living underneath my coffee table. Now look how well the Lefant M3 does underneath furniture. It's going around the legs of the coffee table. It has edge-to-edge precision cleaning. Its height is less than 3 inches, so this table could have been very low. Or under a couch too, because at under 3 inches, it glides under furniture easily. They call it the Free Move Tech 3.0 Intelligent Navigation. That's the Lefant M3 Advanced Technology. It is doing laser mapping, 360-degree real-time scanning of its cleaning environment. Now you could have this on many floors of a home. It understands the map of your home. It has an advanced technology that's called LiDAR, that's light detection and ranging, and this Lefant M3 has a direct time of flight incorporated into the LiDAR technology, and that's a depth sensing application. It measures the time it takes for a light signal to travel to an object and back to the sensor, which directly calculates the distance based on this time difference, which is why it's so accurate with its mapping and its cleaning and its obstacle avoidance, because it's so excellent at precise distant measurement. But let me just tell you, it is whisper quiet. It's not going to wake the baby. It's not going to disturb you. You could be watching television or talking on a phone. It's a quiet robotic mopping vacuum. And although this room was really quick to clean, because another feature is that it works faster than other robot mopping vacuums. And it has a super big battery in it. Within that small profile, it's a 5200 mega amp battery, and that means it can clean up to 220 minutes straight. That's over 3 hours of cleaning power. And in a home, that means it can clean up to almost 2,366 square feet of floor space on one charge. The charging is 30% faster with the battery as well. And when it finishes its job, it goes into its all-in-one docking station. It is going to suck up all of the debris it got into its dustbin on the interior. And that is a 3.2 liters dustbin inside there. That is good for over 2 months without replacement, even with dirty households like mine. Now, that water tank is 2.5 liters. Right now, it's taking out the dirty water and replacing it with clean water. And it's going to give those mops on the bottom of it a hot wash at 113 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not going to smell because those mops are being hot washed with that hot water, and that detergent that's in the water, by the way, that's going to disinfect those mops with that hot wash. And after they're washed, it does an auto cool drying so that it's ready to go on the next part of your house with just a little mini break. And look how beautiful my living room is after that crazy mess I made. And now it's ready for company, my Lefant M3. It works spectacularly, and I didn't even have to be in that room. It did this all automatically, robotically, from vacuuming to mopping the floors in one cleaning cycle. Now, in my world, that's a miracle. But let me show you all that it got from this cleaning. And you can even check up on the progress. I had checked up after I'd been working only 5 minutes. And on that page on my phone with the app, I see that it had a 96% battery level still and where it was within the cleaning. I like the app. It's easy to understand and it gives me a lot of information. And on the app, there's even a base control. You could direct it if you want to do any of these tasks. It has the flexibility that you can customize or direct it as you see fit. The app has these features and is easy to use. And with the app, you can set up a cleaning zone or a no-go zone. Maybe you don't want it near the baby's toys that are in a pile, or an area in your house that's particularly cluttered with one thing or another. It's so simple to draw a grid to make it a no-go zone or a cleaning zone. And I love the voice prompts. Check this out.
Proceed with cleaning the mop. Add water to the tank.
So with normal tap water, this is how you fill the tank. You pop open the lid and you're going to fill with water. And when it's full, you just snap back the top and back into your Lefant M3. Load it from the top. And right by the water tank, there's a little white tab. You open that up to add the cleaning solution into the built-in detergent dispenser. And you get a free bottle that's going to last you a long time. A supply for about 6 months of cleaning. Just pour it into the top, right up to the fill line, and the rubber tab fits right back on top. And on top of that, place your water tank. On the left-hand side, there is a cardboard tab. Pull that out. Now check how when you pull it out, it is going to seal the hole. That means when you replace the dustbin, you're not going to be breathing the dust that's in there. That's a great design. I pushed it back so you can see with pushed in, it exposes the dust inside. This is just great to throw away about every 3 or 4 months, depending on how dirty your house is, depending on how much cleaning and how much dirt you vacuum out with your household. But today was an extra dirty, crazy day with all the big recipe of mess I made. Now let's check to see how well it did getting up that mess. Look at all this coming out of it. Not only do we have the sprinkles and the corn pops, we also have all the cat hair and all the hair. My hair, cat hair, and dust bunnies. That's a whole lot of debris and other dirt and lint that was all over my floor. And that was just from one cleaning. Here's how I replace a clean dust bag. It's so easy. This is how easy it is to insert. Press in the cardboard and push the bag in, and back goes the front plate cover. It snaps in. Now let's inspect underneath the robot disc. Here is the side brush. It's self-cleaned. That's amazing. And now I'm taking out the tangle-free V-brush. This is the center brush that twirls around as that 12,000 PA suction power is pulling up the debris into the robot disc. Now I'm looking to see the hairs. We see some little tiny, minute little hairs on the housing of the tangle-free V-brush. Can you imagine that? All that hair got sucked up and did not get tangled. That's true tangle-free technology. That V design is one of the research and development advancements for the Lefant M3. I'm going to show you each side of the V-brush. There is no hair stuck on the side of that V-brush. Now, let's take a look deeper into the chamber there where the V-brush installs. You see these teeth? I'm going to run my finger around those teeth. That's what is cutting up the hairs so they don't get stuck. It cuts them up and sucks them in. That's the tangle-free technology. Back in, I'm going to put my V-brush just like that. It twirls freely. Now let's take a look at the mopping pads. Now this is after it's already cleaned itself. They're in good shape. Now, if you want to, you can peel them off because they're attached by Velcro. You can wash these under a sink or in a washing machine, and after, they will adhere right back onto the Velcro. Now let me show you the upper part of the vacuum disc. Here you have the interior dustbin. This is what's going to collect the dust before it goes into the home base. Now, this is after the home base already sucked everything out into its internal dust bag there. And this is what's left. I'm taking it apart. There's a HEPA filter. And with all that ridiculous mess, including the milk and everything else, look at how clean this is considering the big workout I gave it. Now that HEPA filter is easy to clean up. You can scrub it. You can even wash it in your kitchen sink. Running a paper towel on it is a quick way you can clean that. And let me show you all the dirty water that we got from mopping my floor today. Ooh, here it is. You just empty it down your sink. I'm going to give it a flush out too and clean it a little bit. That's always a good idea. I just put it right back in to my Lefant. When you order your Lefant robot mopping vacuum model M3, it arrives right to your door. I put mine on my kitchen floor, and now I'm going to take everything out. As I open the box, the first thing you see is the quick use guide. This is how the rest of the parts come packaged, well wrapped in layers of cardboard to prevent damages from shipping. I put the quick use guide on my counter so you can see how well it's illustrated. Very simple directions with pictures and words. And here is the accessory box with other directions to make sure you open this properly. I am taking everything out piece by piece so you can see how well that's packaged with the accessories.
including the mopping pads and the side whisk brushes. You get an extra whisk brush. And on my counter, I put the home base, and there's the disc in it that comes wrapped really well so it's not going to get scratched during shipping. And we can see inside the home base. Here's a close-up of the dirty water tank on top. It has a gray icon, and here's a clean water tank below that. Here's the disc. I took off the wrapping, and this is a close-up of what it looks like. The circle on top is where the light are. Underneath the cover, we see the internal dustbin with instructions of how to clean it. I took it out so you can see the interior, and then I placed it back in and put the cover back on top. Now here's the underneath of how your Lefant M3 arrives to you. There is that tangle-free V-brush right in the center already installed. And here is a tangle-free V-brush. Close up to the camera, you can see how it arrives. I put it back in the housing and I installed the whisk brush on the top left. You get 2 of those. Then I'm adding the mopping pads on the bottom onto the Velcro. We see the back charging plates and the mopping pads. Here's the front of it. It's a very sleek design. And here's a close-up of the LiDAR right on top. That's going to navigate around your house. Up to a 3-story house. That does all the mapping in that one small unit. And here is your Lefant M3 all assembled in its charging base. It takes up so little real estate in your home. It has a very small footprint, which is nice so it doesn't dominate the room. What a great, sleek, modern design. On the back of the unit, this is where you install your 3-hole plug right into the receiving outlet on your Lefant M3. Just press that in. It uses a 3-prong plug to plug into any North American 120-volt normal household outlet. It has a fast charging time. It only takes about 3 hours to fully charge it. The QR code is right on the quick use guide. It sets up as any other app. It's normal on all the permissions and all the menus that come up. It tells you it's Lefant M3. You press connect and it pairs quickly, and then it comes up with some simple, easy screens to give you a little training on it. And quickly you're into the home page with some more information on how to set it up and the map explanation. The preferences come up so you can set all the preferences of how you want your house automatically cleaned, of how you want your floors automatically cleaned. Easy. So no matter how messy your floors are, and in my case, it was a disaster zone, with the sprinkles and the crackers and the cereal, with Lefant M3, you quickly come to a pristine floor in hardly any time at all.
How great this room got cleaned up so fast with a Lefant M3. Click the link below to get yours. I'm Rebecca Brand. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to get notified of my next video. And now it's time for me to relax in my really clean living room. Or I didn't have to do anything at all. My Lefant M3 did. See you next time. If you like this video, here's more over there, including some more recipes. And each one of them is a messy recipe. I mean, that's what it takes to cook, is messes. You don't get a ticket when you have Lefant. Just click.